So I mean, we've got it sounds like a couple of different things. One, you were talking about earlier, it's almost, kind of a temporary disability, with some of the issues that we're facing now. So they could fall into a protected class on a temporary basis. We want employers and leaders to be empathetic and to understand, which means having some conversations about what's happening. Otherwise, you don't necessarily know. Yeah, how do you balance that kind of protecting the company from the legal side, yet also leading your people in an empathetic and let's say vulnerable way?
Yeah, that's a great question. So there is a solution. The best way to do it is I'm seeing many companies focused on diversity, equity, and inclusion. So instead of having, the white male make the decision of firing or disciplining somebody solely, I think that we should now rely on a committee, and you should have a board or a committee that's ideally diverse of multiple protected classes, make a decision based on the facts of performance. And not everybody on that committee will have that understanding of someone having an issue with their child or school or some other relative that's going through a challenging time. They're going to focus on the job at hand. So by having that diverse committee, that will lessen the likelihood that the employee will think they were singled out because of a protected class, or that there was a bias or unfair treatment when a group of people, like a jury in a way, made that decision as opposed to a biased judge.
So it could be like you're thinking like a standing committee that just meets and addresses issues of, kind of COVID
Yes,
stress
and
or mental health stress at the moment.
exactly. And I think that same committee would also deal with applicants, because applicants have just as many employment discrimination rights as an employee. So if you are interviewing somebody, you don't want to be the sole person interviewing them, because unconscious bias is becoming a hot issue. And you may not even realize something that you said or interpreted should not have been considered. So by having that same committee make the hiring decisions also would protect the company and be fair to the applicant.